So in today's video, I'm gonna break down to you how I shoot graduation ceremony photography. So when I first started, this was a very, very stressful part of my life. We had hundreds of seniors coming through in a very short amount of time. They were calling out names super fast. Kids weren't looking, people were just confused. So in today's video, I'm gonna break down our setup and how it works so efficiently that we minimize blinks, we minimize misfires, and everybody comes through and they know exactly where to look. So stick with me in this video and I'm gonna give you all the unlocks. There is no gatekeeping. We're gonna make sure you get what you need so you're successful on your next graduation shoot. All right, let's get it. Okay, so let's start this thing from top to bottom. All right, in here, you're gonna see a couple different things. So right now, we're rocking on a C-stand here. This is just your normal C-stand. I think I got it from Newer. Nothing incredible about it. It's the most basic C-stand. I probably bought it 5 to 8 years ago. And I've been rocking this for a while. Now here we have our small rig arm. So when we used to go to graduation, I would have a tripod for my camera, I would have a stand for my light, and then there was just so many moving parts of there. I might have a laptop so I can make sure I'm nailing focus, but what I end up doing is just simplifying everything to one stand. So that's why I'm going with the C-stand today. So the C-stand holds everything. And like I said, it's just a basic C-stand. There's nothing incredible about it. It's just as basic as can be. It probably was $119 to $150 if you go online to buy it right now. Don't quote me, I haven't looked at the prices in quite some time. But from here, I'm gonna have my small rig arm just right here. And this is holding my camera. This is just a little rig and it has like a jawbone, like a jaw mouth, and it just clamps in right here. So this is what we have on our light stand. So this, I just connect it right here and it stays on the camera, on the C-stand. After that, I have a ball head. It's a Manfrotto ball head, and it's holding our camera right here. So our camera is literally on the same C-stand as well. From there, we have our camera up here. In this illustration, or this video, I'm using the Canon R5 with a 28 to 70. I don't need massive reach because the principal and the student is typically pretty close to me. Now, I have this set up. Now you might be wondering, what's this little white box or whatever I have on here? While I'm at the graduation, we will be using N-Tag. If you don't know about N-Tag, we did a video on it a while back. We'll probably tag that video in here. What we noticed is probably almost a 50% increase in sales when parents didn't have to scroll through the galleries, but that was just for our market. So you probably want to try it with your market to see if it's the same. So after we got all these photos taken, they're going to each person's gallery. That's important. And that's why if you're not using N-Tag, then you probably want to invest in something like this or some kind of face matching software or something like that. I know like a lot of people use this, like Spot My Photos or things like that. But this right here, this has been golden for us. Now as we move up, you can see I have a white umbrella on here. This is just really a medium-sized umbrella in here. And I bought it on clearance on Westcott.com. It's a $10 umbrella. No branding or anything on it. So this is just a medium-sized umbrella. It's enough to shine and do fill flash on the people's faces as they talk, as they shake hands with the principal as they walk through. Now, up here, to counterbalance the weight on our C-stand and kind of even things off, we're using a Westcott 8-inch shorty arm, and that shorty arm is counterbalancing this L here. So the weight is not all on one side, if that makes sense. So it's not leaning this way, it's not leaning that way, it's counterbalance. Now with this shorty arm, we have a FJ Westcott 400. It's the FJ 400 version 2. That's the light we're gonna be using tonight. This is the light here. So this will be the light that we're gonna use tonight. We're only using one, we'll have one on deck. In case something goes haywire with that one, we can quickly switch to a backup. We'll also have a backup camera while we're on stage, and we'll also have a backup trigger. Now I didn't talk about the trigger, but let me talk about the trigger real quick. So the trigger that we're using is the FJX3M trigger. It works really good with the FJ Westcott system. This is it right here. So it's FJX3M. Our backup trigger will be probably the FJX, the T1, the small one that looks like a wristwatch. So we'll use that one as our backup trigger in the event that something goes wrong during the ceremony. I'm praying that nothing goes wrong. Tonight we'll have an extra photographer who will be off stage getting candid moments. And right now we don't exactly know how we want to put those shots into their galleries. What I think we're going to try to do, and I'll let you guys know once we do it, is we're going to try to time sync our cameras. And then when I click, he'll click, and then we'll take the metadata from my camera and his camera and offset it to where the 2 times coincide. So if I took a picture of somebody at 5 p.m. and they got to him at 5 p.m. 38 seconds, we'll resync it to where every 38 seconds he's on the first person matching me. So it should go 38. So his 38-second mark will be my 0-minute mark, and then all our photos should line up perfectly with each person. That one, I don't know if it's gonna work perfectly. It should work pretty good. I just have to make sure he snaps an image of every single kid, because if he misses one, then that'll throw off our whole system. Obviously, we're gonna have someone in the office QC and make sure the right kids in each gallery. This graduation's, it's not small, but it's not big. The one we're doing today, they probably have right at 225 seniors, maybe 280. It's definitely under 300. So it's worth the extra time to go through and make sure every gallery is set up right. Because when you're doing these graduations, this is the last milestone that the parent's gonna have for their student. So you're probably wondering how you're gonna get all this information out to the students, right? Well, on the QR card, we photographed these students last June, last July. So we're using that same list from then, because we photographed pretty much all the students throughout the year. And we're gonna use that list to make sure that we hit every student tonight. So yeah, so that's pretty much the whole setup. That's the post-process workflow. And like I said, it's pretty minimal edits. If we see something that needs touching up, we'll probably just put it in Voto and then just do just the all kind of cover on everything and run it through everything. Obviously glass glare is gonna be a problem. So I make sure this light here is high enough to counteract anybody's glasses. You would probably need to be like 6'7" or 6'8", whichever, you know, that's all the kids are doing now. My kids do it all the time. So if you're like 6'7" or 6'8", I might get some glare in your eyes. But if you're, 6'4" and under, I'm gonna have my light positioned to where it's not gonna throw glare on you. I'm not blasting these people with this light. This is mainly gonna be field flash, and I'm gonna take my exposure on the background and I'm just gonna lower it probably 1 stop to a half a stop lower, and then use field flash on the front just to make them pop. Because the name of the game in this type of photography is quality and speed. And that's the 2 things that you gotta have when you're doing this kind of setup. So I wanna know how you guys are doing in your graduation photography. What are some things that we're doing the same? What are some things that we're doing different? Let me know if you got any unlocks from this video. I love making videos like this. I love helping people. I love helping people grow their business and just find success. So thank you for tuning in. And if you're still watching this video right now, you are a real one, and I appreciate you. All right, man, see y'all on the next one. Peace.